Welcome to another Mind Right Multisport tip. So a few people have asked about how to change a tire. You get a flat. So I decided today I actually had a flat on my road bike. I was going to ride this morning and realized I had a flat. I thought, what better time to maybe pass off a little knowledge. So here I am. Let's pretend I'm on the side of the road. I've got this flat tire. Don't know what caused it. I just know that all of a sudden it went flat. So let me show you a couple of things. To start off with, the easiest way to get the wheel off your bike is to be in the hardest gear, which will be the smallest cog in the cassette. It just makes it a little bit easier, less tension on the chain. So I've got this. I probably got this in some type of pack that I have on the bike, or maybe in my bike jersey. This is my little safety bundle. And what this little safety bundle is going to contain is going to be a couple of tire levers here. You can get these for, I don't know, a couple dollars. CO2, which I would need if I was on the road. And then obviously the most important aspect, and that's the tube. Now, one thing to note with these tubes is, especially now, a lot of people ride different size wheels. You'll notice here I have two tubes, and you'll notice the difference in size on the stems. Now, very, very important, because this is just a simple set of Zip 101s, but this shorter stem here is made more for box wheels or factory wheels that come, and it would not work on this. So just be mindful of that when you do pack this little kind of bailout kit. You want to make sure that that you've got everything that you need in it. All right, so first thing we're going to do, I went ahead and prepped my tube a little bit, but I always like to use the stem as my reference point. I'm going to take this side of the tire lever. You're just going to stick it down in there, and you're going to try to grab that lip. Oh, there we go. This tire lever is kind of old and it's not wanting to bite. There we go. Grab that little bit of a lip that's on that tire. You got one on there. Now, one little trick too that I honestly have never really used that much, but you'll see people, they will get this started. This tire lever is a piece of crap. Try this other one. See if it's a little bit better here. There we go. So they'll get it started, and then they'll hook it on their spoke like this, just to kind of keep it in place. You'll see how I've got it. The problem is I kept getting the tire lever up underneath of the rim tape. Oh, this tire lever is a piece of junk. So let me see if I can do it with just one. So once you get it in there, and I'm going to push it away from me and slowly start to ease that tire right off of that. There we go. All right. Now, I've already broken a sweat here. You're just going to take and you're going to force it away from you as you break your tire lever. It's not a good thing to do. There we go. There we go. Got it broke open now, and you can see all I'm doing is I'm taking this, simply going around the outside edge. You can see the tire starting to come off here. Depending on the tire that you're running, some tires are a little tighter than others, and so it actually becomes kind of hard at times to get it started and then to get it finished. And you'll see I'll probably struggle with it when we get done at the end. So anyway, I'll go back around. I'll find my stem that's right here. I will modify this a little bit here. There we go. I will peel this tire back and grab this tube that just failed me. Pull the stem out of the hole. So now I've got it out just like this here. And it's very simple. Just going to pull. Now, one thing I will say is if this happens and you're out on a ride and you need to get back home, you need to finish, obviously you can see this tube still has a little bit of air in it. So what I would do is I would take it, deflate it the rest of the way. There's a reason the air's leaked out, and it's been leaking over the past few rides, but there's a reason the air leaked out. So I'll take it back with me. It may be a simple fix, maybe something I can patch so I can have an extra one. So always take these with you. Do not leave them on the side of the road. Don't be that person. All right, so we got this off, and we're like, well, we're not exactly sure why it came off. The problem is this tire is very small for this rim, but take this a step further. If you're unsure of why it came off and you cannot find the suspect when you do a visual inspection on the outside of the casing, I always take and carefully run my finger through the trough or through the groove in the tire and visually look, how else would you look, right? But you want to look for anything that could have poked that tire. Like, see, that's just some rubber right there. All right, I don't see anything that stands out that could have poked the tire and flattened it. Now, the fun part is getting the tire back on. So to do so, you just kind of get it started in the groove around here. You go ahead and work this the rest of the way up. Now with this, I'm only getting half of the tire itself back on. I'll show you in just a second. You'll see right here, I've only got half the tire in the groove. The other half is still out here. Let me show you why. I dropped my tire tool. Let's see. I'll drop the crappy one, of course. Now, it's the old one, and here's the new one. So, what you're going to do is you're going to go back and you're going to, again, locate that stem, where that stem goes in, right here. Then you take and you push this piece back. So the piece of the tire that is not in the groove, you push it back. Forgot one key step. Very, very important trick shown to me years ago. Add a little bit of air into this. So, well, say add air into it. We're going to skip that step. I'm going to cheat because for some reason this tube is not wanting to act right. Stem in the hole here, so it's ready to. Where's it at? It's ready to go. This camera's all backwards, so I'm all screwed up. When you do this, take your time. You're not in any hurry. If it's in a race, obviously there's a little bit of a hurry, but the thing is, if you put it on there and you put it on there incorrectly, and you turn around and flat 5 miles later, well, you should have just taken your time. And, at the pro level, I know that at Austin, Andrew Starkowitz had a flat, and it took him exactly 4 minutes to change it. So you can kind of judge, it's not a super quick fix process, but it's something that you need to know how to do. So you'll see here, I've gotten to this point. I've got the tire hooked back up to this point and to this point. So what I'm going to do is, this is where it can get kind of tricky because this tire is so small for this rim. You take your tire tool. Let me see which one's the good one. Take your tire tool and do the opposite. So I'll take this little curved end and I'll actually put it on the rim and help feed that back up in there. Okay, so I'll do it again. So I'm going to take it, I'm going to slide it up under the tire, hook it on the side of the rim, and use that for leverage, which this tire tool's about to break, I feel. All right. This is the part, though, that when you do this, you got to be careful that you don't pinch flat. This is the easiest spot to pinch flat because you're just kind of forcing it back up into place. Now you can see I've almost got it there. Man, this tire is super tight. There we go. Popped it back in. So now I've got it on all the way around. A couple of things. I'm not going to use my CO2 because I don't want to waste it, so I'm going to use a normal pump. But a couple of things you want to do the very first thing you want to do is put just a little bit of air in there. If I can do this with just 2 hands here. All right, just put a little bit of air in there. And then I like to push it down all the way around. Oops, it's hard to do on an ironing board. You guys can't see my portable display table, but it is an ironing board, as you can probably hear. And so I just take it and I'll put it on the ground and I just kind of push it down and spin it around. What I'm looking to do is make sure that it's seated. You want to take and just kind of twist it back and forth, make sure it's seated, looking for bubbles, anything like that that could indicate